Union Home Secretary reviews the steps taken by state governments for checking spread of COVID-19 in hill stations and tourist locations, emphasizes on the second wave of COVID that was not yet over and states should ensure strict adherence to the COVID protocols. Union Home Minister Amit Shah on three-day Gujurat visit. Home Minister Amit Shah will lay the foundation stone of water distribution scheme by order and inaugurate various projects of Western Railway and Ahmedabad municipality. BJP's landslide victory in Uttar Pradesh block Pramukh elections. 635 seats won by BJP. Prime Minister Modi, Home Minister Amit Shah and State Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath congratulate the winning candidates. Flood situation remains grim in Bihar. 10 districts affected by the floods. Budhi Gandak River flowing above danger mark. NDRF and local SDRF administration continue with relief and rescue work on a war footing. Copa America title match continues between Argentina and Brazil. Angel Di Maria's goal helped Argentina lead 1-0 in the first half. Australian Ashley Barty beats Czech Republic's Karolina Pliskova in 3 sets, lifts the Wimbledon trophy. In Euro Cup football tournament, England to take on Italy in the clash in London tonight. England to hope to clinch a first major tournament triumph for 55 years. Italy undefeated in their last 33 games. Good morning, you're watching Lead India and I'm Preeti presenting this bulletin. Our top story first. Union Home Secretary chaired a meeting on Saturday to review the steps taken by state governments for checking the spread of COVID-19 in hill stations and tourist locations. During the meeting, the overall management of COVID-19 situation and the vaccination status in respect of the states of Goa, Himachal Pradesh, Kerala, Maharashtra, Rajasthan, Tamil Nadu, Uttarakhand and West Bengal was discussed. Union Home Secretary sounded a note of caution in view of media reports showing blatant disregard of COVID-appropriate behavior in hill stations and also other tourist locations. He emphasized that the second wave of COVID was not yet over and states should ensure strict adherence to the protocols prescribed in respect of wearing of masks, social distancing and other safe behavior. States were also asked to follow the 5-fold strategy of test, track, treat, vaccinate and COVID-appropriate behavior. Adequate health infrastructure preparedness, especially in the rural, peri-urban and tribal areas, was also advised with a view to tackle any potential future surge in the cases. India's COVID vaccination coverage has exceeded 37 crore 57 lakh. The new phase of universalization of COVID-19 vaccination commenced from 21st of June. More than 34 lakh vaccine doses have been administered on Saturday. 15 lakh 72,451 vaccine doses were administered as first dose and 1 lakh 74,472 vaccine doses were given as second dose in the age group of 18 to 44 years on Saturday. Cumulatively, 11 crore 16 lakh 46,378 persons in the age group of 18 to 44 years across 37 states and union territories have received their first dose and a total of 36 lakh 93,265 have received their second dose since the start of phase 3 of the vaccination drive. 8 states, Bihar, Gujarat, Karnataka, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Rajasthan, Tamil Nadu and Uttar Pradesh have administered more than 50 lakh first dose of COVID-19 vaccine in the age group of 18 to 44 years. Also, Andhra Pradesh, Assam, Chhattisgarh, Delhi, Haryana, Himachal Pradesh, Jammu and Kashmir, Jharkhand, Kerala, Odisha, Punjab, Telangana, Uttarakhand and West Bengal have vaccinated more than 10 lakh beneficiaries of the age group of 18 to 44 years for the first dose of COVID vaccine. Authorities in states and even at district level at hill stations and other tourist hotspots have started tightening vigil and measures to check COVID inappropriate behavior by travellers. Images of maskless crowds of travellers are still coming in from different parts of the country despite warnings from the health authorities related to the second wave still being around and also the impact of different variants of the virus being found in the country. It's vital for people to observe strict protocols, especially while travelling, to keep themselves and others safe.
After the ease of COVID-19 pandemic-induced restrictions, visuals of crowded markets and blatant violation of COVID-19 appropriate behavior at tourist places across the country have raised concern at the highest levels. The fear of a surge in coronavirus cases was never so profound. With daily case detection still above 40,000, the Health Ministry has again warned that the second wave of COVID-19 is not over yet and that cases can explode if people continue to behave recklessly.
कि सेकंड वेव अभी खत्म नहीं हुई है, खतरा अभी टला नहीं है. स्प्रेड ऑफ इन्फेक्शन कम्युनिटी में हमारे इस एक्टिविटी लैक ऑफ फॉलोअप ऑफ कोविड अप्रोप्रिएट बिहेवियर से लिंक्ड है. हमें सबको फिर भी यह समझने की जरूरत है कि हम अभी भी सेकंड वेव पूरी नहीं हुई है, हम अभी भी सेकंड वेव से डील कर रहे हैं.
It is reported from across the globe that whenever people have behaved recklessly and shown negligence, the cases have surged. Europe and America have seen many waves of COVID-19 due to careless attitude of the people. These are pictures from Kasoli of Himachal Pradesh, the Nolti of Uttarakhand and Leh in Ladakh. Blatant and deliberate violation of COVID-19 guidelines have caused great concerns. This tourist rush can invite virus surge.
इस तरह से मिक्स एंड मिंगलिंग होगी, इस तरह से दूरी घटेगी तो वायरस के लिए एक से दूसरे से चौथे पे पहुंचना आसान हो रहा है, हो गया है, होता रहा है और हमें इसके बारे में ज़रूर सोचना चाहिए कि ये किस तरह से इसका एक बैलेंस्ड अप्रोच करी जाए.
While the weekly rate of 10% is maintained in 66 districts of the country, cases of mutant Kappa of Delta variant have also been detected.
थोड़ा आश्चर्यजनक ये रहा कि क्लासिकल कोई वेरिएंट नहीं मिला है और ये सारे द्वितीय में 27 डेल्टा और इसी का जो और ख़तरनाक स्वरूप है डेल्टा प्लस 2 मरीजों में पुष्टि हुई है और 1 मरीज में कप्पा की पुष्टि हुई है.
Kerala and Maharashtra still remain major cause of concern as more than 50% of new cases are reported from these two states. At the same time, cases of Zika virus have also been reported in Kerala. On the vaccination front, efforts have been made to reach each and every region, including those which are in far-flung and interior areas. Like the health department in Muzaffarpur in Bihar formed boat ambulance to conduct vaccination drive after the district was submerged due to floods.
कटरा पंचायत में इधर जो है 14 गांव जो है कटरा प्रखंड में 14 गांव इधर जो है बाढ़ प्रभावित हैं और उन गांव में टीकाकरण का आच्छादन के लिए 2 गांव जो है हम लोगों ने तैयार की है.
Vaccines have been made available inadequately at all centers. It is expected from the eligible people to participate enthusiastically in vaccination drive and also follow the guidelines of prevention against the pandemic. Bureau Report, DD India.
Home Minister Amit Shah, who is on a 3-day visit to Gujarat, is scheduled to visit the Bhopal area of the city, which is part of his Gandhinagar Lok Sabha constituency. Shah will inaugurate a library and a civic centre. He would also inaugurate other projects, including a water distribution project, a community hall and a ward office built by the civic authorities in and around Ahmedabad city. Amit Shah will also lay the foundation stone for AMC and AUDA projects worth 215 crore rupees. The flood situation in Bihar continues to remain grim. 10 districts have been affected by the floods, where the administration is engaged in relief and rescue work on a war footing. In Darbhanga, the population of 21 villages has been affected due to the breach in the Zamindari embankment at 2 places. The broken embankment is being repaired. Circle Officer Ajit Kumar Jha says that the work of repair of the embankment will be completed soon.
टूटा नहीं है, टूटने के कगार पर तो कई जगह पर था, जैसे कोठिया में वार्ड नंबर 1 में था, मंगरथू में था, और सब रिपेयर हो गया है और पानी अभी स्थिर भी हो गई है, इसलिए अब कोई बांध का खतरा नहीं। माधोपट्टी में भी वेडिस रहा था, उसका भी रिपेयर हो गया है। पंचायत तो लगभग 21 पंचायत प्रभावित हो गए हैं, 21-22 पंचायत प्रभावित हो गए हैं, जिसमें 12-13 पंचायत जो है बहुत खराब स्थिति में है।
In Samastipur district, flood water has spread in many areas due to increase in the water level of several rivers, including Budhi Gandak. The operation of the trains on the line or down line of Samastipur Darbhanga railway sections remains suspended as the flood water is touching the bridge girder on rail bridge number 1 located at Samastipur railway station of the East Central Railway. Due to the rise in water level of Kosi and Bagmati in Khagaria district, population living in the vicinity of the embankment has been threatened. People of Madhura village of Khagaria Sadar block are troubled by the erosion caused by Bagmati river.
इस हिसाब से बांध टूटा हुआ है, अभी तो मरम्मत बढ़िया से हो रहा है। अगर नहीं बांधता तो बहुत सारा गांव में पानी जो है फैल जाता। अभी तक तो लगभग जो है पिंडारुच इधर हो गया, बुलबुलिया इधर मजगामा, इस सब में पानी पहुंच गया है सर यहाँ का।
The Met Department has predicted light to moderate rains in some districts of Seemanchal along with Araria, Aurangabad, East and West Champaran. Former Union Minister Thawarchand Gehlot will be sworn in as the 19th Governor of Karnataka. He will take oath at Raj Bhavan today. He will replace Vajubhai Vala, who has been the Governor of Karnataka since 2014. Chief Justice of Karnataka High Court, Justice Abhay Srinivas Oka, will be administering the oath of office and secrecy to Gehlot. Gehlot was appointed Karnataka Governor on July 6th. He was leader of the House in Rajya Sabha since 2019. He has served as BJP's Karnataka unit in charge between 2006 and 2014 when he was the party General Secretary. After sweeping the Zilla Panchayat chairman elections, BJP-supported candidates have registered wins in over 635 out of 825 block Pramukh seats on Saturday. Immediately after the results were announced, Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath told reporters that BJP's landslide victory in three-tier Panchayat elections is the recognition of the state government's policy of development of everyone. He added that with the inspiration of Prime Minister Modi, the mantra which Prime Minister had given 7 years ago in form of Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas is holding true.
75 जिला पंचायत अध्यक्ष में से भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने 73 पर अपने प्रत्याशी खड़ा किए थे, 2 अपने सहयोगी दलों को दिए थे। 73 में से भारतीय जनता पार्टी 66 सीटों पर चुनाव जीती और 1 पर भारतीय जनता पार्टी के सहयोगी दल अपना दल एस ने विजयी प्राप्त की। कुल 75 में से 67 सीटें भारतीय जनता पार्टी और सहयोगी दलों ने विजयी प्राप्त किया।
Prime Minister Narendra Modi has congratulated Uttar Pradesh unit of BJP and Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath for the major success in block Pramukh polls. Prime Minister tweeted, and I quote him, "Even in the election of block Pramukh in Uttar Pradesh, BJP for Uttar Pradesh raised its flag. The benefits that the people have got from the government's policies and public interest schemes have been reflected in the party's massive victory. All party workers deserve compliments for this victory." External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar returned to New Delhi on Sunday after a successful 2-day visit to Georgia. Dr. S. Jaishankar held a bilateral meeting with Vice Prime Minister and Foreign Minister of Georgia, David Zalkalyani, in Tbilisi. Both the leaders agreed to work together to step up engagement on trade and economic cooperation, tourism, connectivity, education and also culture. Dr. S. Jaishankar said connectivity is the key to competitiveness, reliability and resilience in a globalized world, and also it is in mutual interest of both the countries to promote it and to do so expeditiously. He also met President of Georgia. Both the leaders discussed the progress in India-Georgia bilateral cooperation, connectivity and Afghanistan. External Affairs Minister also had a comprehensive discussion on bilateral relationship with Georgia's Prime Minister. Before his return from Georgia, the External Affairs Minister unveiled a statue of Mahatma Gandhi in Tbilisi Park. Vice Prime Minister and Foreign Affairs Minister of Georgia, David Zalkalyani, was also present on the occasion. Dr. Jaishankar has expressed gratitude to people of Goa for taking care of Georgia's valuable heritage, moved by the ceremony at Sameba Holy Trinity Cathedral. In Ethiopia, Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed's Prosperity Party won 410 of the 436 parliamentary seats in the recently concluded election. The win assures him another term in office. He hailed the 21st June vote as the country's first free and fair election after decades of repressive rule. However, an opposition boycott, war, ethnic violence and logistical challenges overshadowed the election in some areas. Voting did not take place in 3 of Ethiopia's 10 regions. In Tajikistan, at least 5 people have died after an earthquake of magnitude 5.9 struck 27 kilometers east of Rasht. The European Mediterranean Seismological Center said that tremors were also felt in the capital Dushanbe, some 165 kilometers southwest of the epicenter. Several homes were damaged due to the quake. Up next, we take a quick look at the global updates on COVID-19. As per the figures, the world continues to battle COVID-19. So far, over 18 crore 72 lakh people have tested positive across the globe, while the number of recoveries stands above 17 crore 12 lakh. The deadly virus has claimed more than 40 lakh 42,000 lives globally. The US continues to remain the worst affected country from COVID-19, with the number of cases crossing 3 crore 47 lakh. The number of deaths in the country from the virus stands above 6 lakh 22,000. In Brazil, residents of Ilha Grande Island off the coast of Rio de Janeiro received their first dose of COVID-19 vaccine. As per the authorities, over 2,400 residents will receive the jab by this weekend. The local government of Rio de Janeiro started the mass vaccination with a shot of Janssen developed by Johnson & Johnson. In addition to the vaccination plan, Oswaldo Cruz Foundation will conduct a study to evaluate the vaccine's effectiveness in the population of the island. Brazil has administered over 11 crore 27 lakh 74,000 doses of COVID vaccines so far. As winters are arriving in southern hemisphere, epidemiologists have warned of more fatalities to be registered in Brazil. In Bangladesh, COVID-19 situation improves slightly. The country has recorded a decline in COVID fatalities and also the number of cases of infection. Bangladesh registered over 8,700 cases, while the country saw 185 deaths on Saturday. The country's active cases are about 1,24,900, which is 12.4% of the total cases. Meanwhile, Bangladesh continues to be under strict lockdown. Shops of only essential items have been allowed to open. The South Asian country's government extended the most strict lockdown earlier this week till July 14th in a bid to tackle the surge in COVID-19 cases. Sunday could prove to be a landmark day in the bid to commercialize outer space. British billionaire Richard Branson's Virgin Galactic is set to launch the world's first ever fully crewed test flight to the edge of space from Mojave Desert. If successful, Branson will nose ahead of other billionaire space entrepreneurs like Amazon's Jeff Bezos and also Tesla's Elon Musk in taking people into space to realize their once-in-a-lifetime dream, which comes with a fairly heavy price tag. Take a look.
Business mogul Richard Branson and his space tourism venture Virgin Galactic are set to make history on Sunday. A successful takeoff and landing at New Mexico's Mojave Desert would make the flight of the VSS Unity the first ever fully crewed test flight to the edge of space. Branson himself will be strapped in for the ride, along with 5 other individuals, paving the way for commercial space tourism in the world.
When we land, I'll celebrate with family, friends, grandchildren, children, and a great grin on my face.
VSS Unity will be borne by a twin fuselage carrier jet dubbed VMS Eve, which is named for Branson's mother, to an altitude of 50,000 feet, where Unity will be released to soar by rocket power to the outer fringe of the Earth's atmosphere. 89 kilometers above the New Mexico desert, the crew will experience a few minutes of weightlessness before making a gliding descent back to Earth. The flight will last about 90 minutes and end where it began, on a runway at Spaceport America near the aptly named town of Truth or Consequences.
All right, after that report, let's get you the big news coming in. Argentina lifts the Copa America title, beats Brazil by 1-0. Argentina's first victory since 1993, the first Copa America title under Messi's captaincy. So here we have the big news coming in this morning. Argentina lift the Copa America title. Anil is joining us to get us more on that. Anil, yes, Anil is joining us for that. Anil, Argentina lifts the Copa America title and Brazil is stunned at 1-0. Was it on the expected lines?
Well, it was an El Clasico in the Copa America. Both have been teammates, former teammates playing for Barcelona. Neymar on one side, Lionel Messi on the other. It was the mother of all battles. Today, everyone is talking about the Euro final between England and Italy. But this was the mother of all battles. You know, people, football lovers world over were up at 5:30 in the morning watching this much anticipated El Clasico in the Copa America. I think full marks to Lionel Messi. It's redemption time for Lionel Messi. He's waited for this for a pretty long time. 1993 was the last time Argentina won the Copa America. Lionel Messi has been with this team for a very long time. He's come very close to lifting the trophy on 3 occasions, but he's lost it in 2007, in 2015, in 2016, 2014 World Cup final against Germany, a loss. He had nothing as redemption. He was the world's greatest player, but this is redemption time. You know, very much similar to a Cristiano Ronaldo story. Everyone was rating Cristiano Ronaldo above Lionel Messi, but it's redemption time for Lionel Messi. Maybe 5 years later, but this victory is very sweet for Lionel Messi and Argentina. It's an unbeaten streak of 19 games that they were enjoying under the new manager. And I think somebody who's understood the Barcelona style of Messi play, and he's brought that same psychology, the same logic into, you know, the Argentinian side. And the results are there very much to be seen. You know, Lionel Messi very instrumental in this particular win. And I think full marks to the way the manager has gone about. As you know, Brazil have lost the Copa America final. Remember, the last time around they played in the semi-final, that was the last time that Argentina tasted defeat. You know, they have been on a winning run. And I think this is, you know, I would say, this is cup of joy for Lionel Messi and Argentina.
All right, Argentina winning this title since 1993, they were in the waiting. What made them stun Brazil, who were on their way to defend the title?
Well, you know, Brazil were looking to defend their crown. For Argentina, it was now or never, you know. So the hunger to win, you know, when two teams are there in the final, the hunger to win, or, you know, or a team that looks forward to, you know, making it count at this stage. You know, maybe this could be the last time that Messi could be playing a Copa America. You know, maybe after the World Cup next year in Qatar, he could call it quits. So, you know, Lionel Messi knew the importance of winning this. Neymar has still football left in him. He could still take, you know, Brazil to further glory in the years to come. But for Lionel Messi, the writing was very much on the wall. You know, people are talking about his, you know, about his dominance suddenly being, you know, slowly diminishing, especially in world football. You know, the manner in which Barcelona has let him go. He's now a free agent. So a lot of talk about the future of Lionel Messi. And I think the hunger to prove once again why he is such a celebrated player, why he's such a cherished player, why he's such a followed player in the world. I think the hunger to win was better for Argentina as compared to Brazil, and the results clearly show that. You know, Angel Di Maria scoring that important. He's been, you know, a clear-cut factor, especially when it comes to scoring goals. So Lionel Messi was heavily marked in the final, but it was Angel Di Maria who scored that goal. So clearly, you know, Brazil did have much of ball possession, something similar to what Spain did. But Argentina scored that crucial goal in the 22nd minute, and they had the last laugh, lifting the Copa America title.
All right, Messi with his first major title, Argentina beating 1-0. Anil, closing comments on that quickly.
Well, you know, I think, you know, purely this would be a night to remember. Everyone will talk about the Euro final between Italy and England, But I think football lovers will cherish this early Sunday morning rise watching the two Galacticos play there on the opposite sides for two nations. This was one of the most look forward to outing, especially if purely in terms of the magnitude and the support that they bring world over. Euro would be keenly followed. It's happening in there, but early morning to see a lot of football lovers there. Look at Twitter; it's a buzz with Lionel Messi supporters. Look at Facebook. Look at all the social media sites. Early morning you could see people taking sides, clearly Brazil or Argentina. So that's the fan following that these two stars had. And I think for Lionel Messi, the only trophy or the only silverware that he had playing for Argentina was the 2008 Beijing Olympics gold medal. So this time around, this particular title clearly means a lot, not only for Argentina, but also for Messi. We remember Argentina is going through an economic crisis, especially in terms of rising prices and all that. So given that circumstances, this particular win, actually lifts the mood of Argentinians, because they have come close so many times to lifting the trophy, but have lost it somewhere, even in Copa America. But this time around, I think, it's guns of roses. It's a blaze of glory for Lionel Messi and Argentina.
All right, so let's hope what the day holds for Euro fans. But when we talk of Copa America, the football fans, they have a celebration Sunday ahead. Thank you so much, Anil, for joining us with those inputs. All right, from here, let's turn focus to tennis now. Ashley Barty claimed her second Grand Slam title as she defeated Karolina Pliskova for 6-3. 7-6 to win her middle Wimbledon women's singles title on Saturday. The 25-year-old Australian last won a Grand Slam in 2018 but has continued to dominate the tennis circuit in 2021. With this, Barty became the first Australian woman since Yvonne Goolagong in 1980 to win the Wimbledon title. In the men's singles, defending champion Novak Djokovic has set up the summit clash with Italy's Matteo Berrettini. The match will be held today. World number 1 Djokovic defeated 10th seed Denis Shapovalov, while 7th seed Berrettini thrashed Poland's Hubert Hurkacz in the semi-finals. And in Eurocup football tournament up next, England will take on Italy in the summit clash in London tonight. England to clinch the first major tournament triumph for 55 years. Italy have been undefeated in their last 33 games. That's it in this edition of the News. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.